Good evening, everybody, and welcome into a beautiful, crisp night here in the Fountain City as the Pacelli Vikings come across town to take on the Calvary Knights. I'm Rex Castillo. Thank you so much for joining on this Georgia-Alabama Sports Live High School Football Showcase, of course, presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC Gordy Eye Care, Masterwall, and, of course, Pepsi Buffalo Rock. Always an honor to be part of the team here tonight. A great night for football, and, man, I tell you, it is a beautiful night. This is the kind of weather you want to sit outside and enjoy some great football in. Two great teams matching up here tonight as the Pacelli Vikings come into town. Your Pacelli Vikings will meet them first. An overall record of 3-3. Head coach Dwight Jones, the veteran, on the sidelines. Last season, this team went 8-3. Big win against Strong Rock Christian, 56-34. A loss to Whitefield Academy, 27-15. Stone Mountain, a big win there, 48-7. As you see here tonight, both teams lining up and the banners up and ready. Fans already in the stands. A great night for football here in the Fountain City. Meanwhile, on the other sideline, it's the Calvary Christian Knights. A tough sledding here in their first year in the GIAA. Their overall record 1-6. Head coach Emmanuel Brunson leading the way for the Knights. Last three games, it's been tough. A loss to Brookstone, 55-7. A big win against Skipstone Academy, 7-0 at that point. But before that, a loss to Flint River, 28-0. You see the Knights taking the field right now, a few of them out here. Green helmets, black uniforms, black pants. And that will be the look for the home field tonight, or for the home team tonight. Let's go ahead and meet some of those starters as well. On the Pacelli Vikings offense, quarterback John Thompson, with running backs Jason Nelson, DJ Colvin as well. Your wideouts, Jacquez Morgan and J.D. Davis. Tight end, Cabs Green. In the trenches, that will mean Andy Carter, Jake Wood, Garrett Boland, Walt Adams, and C.J. Thomas. Folks, we're going to take a break right here for the national anthem. Teams lining up to honor our nation.
And resurrection paid for our sin. And so, Father, we Americans who've been affected by the storm that came through last week. And Father, we just cry out to you for them, that you would make every need that they have met, and Father, that they would begin to piece their lives back together. So Lord, we just pray for them today and uplift them before you, knowing, Father, of your great love for them. So Lord, thank you for this night. Blessed in Jesus' name we pray these things. Amen.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
And welcome back, everybody, to Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Of course, here we are at Calvary Christian as the Calvary Christian Knights getting ready to play host to those Pacelli Vikings. Before we left, we met the Pacelli Vikings offense. Let's meet the defense for the Knights. Silas Johnson, your quarterback. Caden Avery, a free safety. Down in the trenches, Hayden Hutchinson, Braden DuPont, Caleb Monroe, Jordan Hartage. Meanwhile, your other safeties, Josh Jackson and Levi Stokes. Your linebacking core, Nate Osborne, Darnell Hamilton, and Nate Stokes as well. Leading the attack for the Calvary Knights, it will be under center, Braden DuPont, Hamilton Snow, Darnell Hamilton. Staying in the trenches there, Jordan Harge, Elias Curry. Meanwhile, Nate Stokes, a running back. Nate Osborne, the man under center as the quarterback. Your wideout core, Josh Jackson, Jack Evans, Silas Johnson, and Luke Scoggins as well. One very proud Phil Scoggins, a proud grandpa in the stands tonight, and you know that he's excited for this one. Meanwhile, the Pacelli Vikings defense. Defensive tackle, Caleb Camp. Nose guard, Austin Dennison. Defensive tackle, Zach Ellis. Your ponies, Jack Has Morgan and Cam Carino. Your wheel linebacker, Jack Danley. Middle linebacker, Nassim Hudson Henderson. Strong linebacker, Hunter Hall. And your defensive backfield, Tyson Copeland, Uriah Matzik, and your free safety, Jack Fry. Should be an exciting night of high school football here tonight. Your Calvary Christian Knights getting ready to go and through the banner, the Taco Cancer banner right there. Meanwhile, your Pacelli Vikings taking the field in your all whites. White helmet, white jersey, and white pants as well. Here come the captains. We're going to decide on who's going to either take the ball first or defer possession to the second half. Your captains for tonight for the Knights. 1, Trey Cutter. Number 16 as well, Hayden Hutchinson. And number 2, Josh Jackson. And here they come. The captains will meet at the 50-yard line.
Your captains for Pacelli, number 80, number 53, number 8, number 6. And
J.D. Davis, one of your captains, Josh Thompson, as well.
Number 16,
Handshakes being exchanged here. Should be really interesting tonight to see who will take the ball first.
Jackson.
And folks, you may recognize that man in the red polo right there, one Dave Platt, an icon here in sports coverage here, and also contributes on the play-by-play for the Pacelli Vikings. If you ever need a story about Chattahoochee Valley sports, Dave is your man to go to. And here come the teams they line up. Calvary Christian wins the toss. They will defer to the second half. That means your Pacelli Vikings and the all-whites will get the ball first. Knights will go left to right, while your Vikings will go right to left on your screen to start out the first quarter. Handshakes are exchanged, and folks, on a beautiful 75-degree night here in Columbus, we're about ready to kick this one off. Of course, October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, plenty of pink on the field with the players, cheerleaders, and amongst the crowd as well. Could Calvary get their second win of the season? Pacelli's still looking for the first road win of the season as well.
Calvary Knight fans, let's stand up. Get on your feet.
And folks, one of the most beautiful things, the few moments before the banners get torn, Calvary Christians cheerleaders lead the way. The Knights break their banner same time with the Pacelli Vikings. Moments away from kickoff, folks. And you know what? The Calvary Christian Knights with a beautiful fireworks show as well. That's when you know we're going to have a good night of Friday Night Football. That's what I'm talking about. Who needs a touchdown for the fireworks to get going? Let's get it. Let's get excited. Let's get hyped. A really cool feature as well to the Calvary Christian uniform. On the back of their jerseys, instead of names, you have #fight, of course, encouraging all of those in the fight with breast cancer and all cancers as well. Continue to fight because we love you, we support you, and we'll be here for you. So it is a beautiful sunset, 70 degrees tonight. Couldn't be a better setting for high school football. Enough talking, enough predicting, enough posturizing. Time to just have toe meet leather. Let's get it started, shall we? Once again, the Calvary Christian Knights have deferred to the second half, so that means Pacelli will lead the charge with the first possession of the game. And Pacelli looking for their first road win of the game, looking to go 4-3, while Calvary Christian looking for their second win of the season, 1-6 so far. Hayden Hutchinson, the man to kick things off. Looks both sides, ready for kickoff. And time to play some football in the Fountain City. Kickoff is away. Pacelli with the reception. And J.D. Davis brought down at about the 35-yard line, so here comes Pacelli. Once again, the Pacelli Vikings made a change at quarterback. John Thompson flourishing under center as well. 11:56 on the clock here in the first quarter. And here comes the first possession of the game for the Vikings. Vikings fans are probably familiar with this, a strong running back core. A change at quarterback led J.D. Davis to be a wideout, but now he's become a dangerous weapon for them as well. There's John Thompson. Big fella to his left. In the shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff. Thompson finds his man. Big first down for the Vikings right there. Finds his Braden Hudson, your first man with the first reception for the Vikings, and they're already moving the chains. 11:44 left to go here in the first quarter. John Thompson back in that pistol formation. Sends a man in motion. This time, handoff. Wait, we got more trickery here. J.D. Davis wide open. He's got his man. Cabs Green, big time first down. And the Vikings already in business deep inside Calvary territory. First down from the 25-yard line with just over 11 minutes to go. And here's the thing, folks. These Vikings don't huddle. They want to keep the pace on their side. And John Thompson, a man who has settled in that starting quarterback role. Vikings getting the call from their sideline. John Nelson lining up to the right side of John Thompson, already knocking on the door. Man in motion. This time, a handoff. And my goodness, look at all the moves he's got right there. That is Donovan Colvin, another dangerous running back in that Pacelli backfield. We'll call it second down and 4. This Vikings offense is high octane, and you have to adjust to their pace. They will not let you rest. It's going to be a tough test for the Calvary Knights all night long. Making some changes here for the Vikings. John Thompson back in that familiar pistol formation. Fakes the snap. Looks to the sideline. That is big Zion Mabry right behind him. This man is 6'1", 215, only a sophomore. Thompson back in that pistol formation. Takes a snap. It's a handoff to the big fella. Zion Mabry finds some daylight. First down. Vikings inside the 10-yard line at this point. Vikings keeping that fast-paced offense going. Thompson, no need for a huddle when you go to the sideline. Dwight Jones giving the signal. Vikings ready to run yet another play. Again, the Knights trying to do everything they can to stand tall, but they are now in the shadow of their own field goal. Thompson back in that formation. 2 men to his right, sends a man in motion this time. John Thompson, handoff. This time the big fella, Zion, to daylight, and even more. That's in pay dirt. Vikings strike first with their first touchdown of the night with 9:24 left in the first quarter. Just like that, folks, the Vikings slice through the Calvary defense and get on the board first. 9:23 left in the first quarter. Zion Mabry gets the Vikings on the board first. 4 plays, incredibly effective by the Vikings. 65 yards, no huddles, all efficient. Kick is away. Jack Fry puts the Vikings up 7-0 at this point, and those Vikings are rolling to start things off. And folks, that has been the definition of this entire offense. Incredibly efficient, incredibly powerful, no need to break. All gas, no brakes here. Vikings on top early. To see if your Calvary Christian Knights can bounce back from this one.
Back into the Knights, number 2, Josh Jackson, and number 1, Luke Scoggins, receiving the kick.
All right, folks, here we go again. Jack Fry set to kick this one off. Vikings scored early on, 9:23. They lead 7-0. Knights ready to receive. Kick is away. That is Luke Scoggins letting it bounce through the back of the end zone. That is a touchback for your Calvary Knights. So here we go, folks. Let's see if the Knights can bounce back from this one. 9:23 left in the first quarter. Big Zion Mabry put the visiting Vikings up 7-0. No huddles on that one as well. So very efficient offensive drive for the Vikings. Let's see if these Calvary Christian Knights can now bounce back. Again, your man under center, Nate Osborne, in the shotgun formation. 4 receivers to his left. Snap is away. That is Nate Stokes behind a whole bunch of his friends right there. Gets about 5 yards and pushed out, but we have a pink flag on the field, so we're going to figure out what the penalty is. Looks like personal foul on the Vikings. Little extra real estate for the Knights right there. First down. 9:11 left here in the first quarter. Nate Osborne leading the attack for those Vikings. For those Calvary Christian Knights. My apologies, folks. It was the Vikings who scored first. Knights now in the huddle. Ball's lined on the 35-yard line. Again, 9:11 left here in the first quarter. The visiting Vikings up 7-0. Nate Osborne lining up in that shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Puts a man in motion. Nate Stokes lining up to his right now. Snap is away. Hand off to Stokes. Finds some daylight, but pair of Vikings bring him down for just behind the line of scrimmage, so we'll call that a 2nd and 11 there. Hunter Hall with the initial hit there for the Pacelli Vikings. A little bit behind the sticks here now. Calvary Christian in the huddle, breaks the huddle now. After a running play, here we go. Back in that formation, Nate Osborne has 4 receivers to his left now with 1 to his right. Checks the line. Snap is away. Looking for a man. Connects with Jack Evans. Jack fighting for all kinds of real estate. Takes about 3 or 4 Vikings to bring him down, but not before forward progress. Looks like Evans will reset the sticks for your Calvary Christian Knights. First down. 8:03 left here in the first quarter. But we do have a penalty. Sideline warning on Calvary Christian. So unfortunately, we'll see how that'll affect the line to gain at that point. We also have personal foul on the Knights as well. So your Knights, after that incredible play by Jack Evans, looks like we'll have to reset the sticks again. Still second down and long now for Calvary in that huddle. looks like you're trying to find a little bit of, find some momentum here for Calvary. Jack Evans able to get that great snap and fight for as many yards as he can. So now, here goes Osborne in the shotgun. Bunch of receivers to his left, 4 of them, 1 to his right. Same formation that they ran. Manning comes here in motion. Snap is away. Fakes the handoff. Osborne with time. Just behind his receiver. Make it 3rd down for Calvary. Meant for Silas Johnson, but just behind him on that one. It hits the turf. Now it's 3rd down and a long way to go. Osborne now talking with the sideline. See if they can figure out something here. They have a little bit of success through the air. Giving Osborne just enough time to maybe find a man. Gonna need a whole lot of real estate. Excuse me, folks. It says 2nd down and 17 with 7:46 left here in the first quarter. Vikings lead 7-0. Osborne back in the shotgun. Has a bunch of receivers to his left. That's 4 of them. 1 to his right. Snap is away. This time, looking for Evans. This time, ball is tipped up and intercepted by Pacelli. They're heading the other way, and looks like big number 17. That is Uriah Matzik brings it back, and it's a pick 6 for Pacelli. Another touchdown for the Vikings, make it 13-0. 7:33 left in the first quarter. Tough sledding for your Calvary Christian Knights at this point. A great play by Uriah Matzik right there. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. They wanted to go back to number 14, Jack Evans, at that point, but Uriah Matzik, right time, right place. So Jack Fry will tee it up one more time. Fry gets his bearings here, a couple steps to his left. Snap is good, hold is good, ball away and through the uprights, just like that. Pacelli now leads 14-0 with 7:34 left here in the first quarter. So your first touchdown, a big touchdown by Zion Mabry. Then a few minutes later at the 7:33 mark, a pick 6 by Uriah Matzik. Folks, we'll be right back. We'll take a quick break here at your Alabama Sports Live broadcast. You're watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live from Calvary Christian. We'll be right back.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
And welcome back, everybody, to Calvary Christian. Here we are, the Pacelli Vikings with a pick 6, and now they're on top of your Calvary Christian Knights, 14-0 with 7:34 left here in the first quarter. It looked like the Calvary Christian Knights were trying to find some momentum on offense, but a couple penalties put them behind the sticks. But here we go. Jack Fry with the kickoff. High in the air. Luke Scoggins takes it in at the 15-yard line, at the 20. Coming through at the 30, the 35, 40. Pushed out at about the 44-yard line. A great return by Luke Scoggins. That'll set up the Knights in pretty good position right there. Hey, folks, we also want to give a quick shout-out to Glenn Smith for an exceptional car or truck buying experience. Head to Glenn Smith Chevrolet or GMC in Opelika, Alabama. With over 300 new and pre-owned vehicles, many still covered by factory warranty, you're sure to find the perfect ride. Start your journey today at glennsmith.com. Whether you're from Georgia or Alabama, discover why at Glenn Smith they always say, get ready to smile. Hopefully the Calvary Christian Knights can get the Calvary Christian fans something to smile about here. They're down 14-0 with 7:16 left here in the first quarter. Osborne back in that shotgun formation. Once again, 4 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. That is big Jack Evans to his right. Snap is away. Looking for some time. Connects. Oh, no. Osborne had a beautiful connection right there to Silas Johnson, but slips through his hands and hits the turf. Now 2nd down and 10 with 7 minutes left to go. Calvary Christian looked for that momentum. The last drive hampered by a couple of penalties. Execution is coming into play at this point. Osborne leading his team in that huddle once again. He's got time back there, folks, so see if he can figure out this puzzle of the Pacelli Vikings defense. Osborne, once again, that familiar shotgun formation. 4 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. 6:50 left here in the first quarter, down 14-0. Holds the snap. Great discipline right there. This time, snap is away. Osborne looks like he's just looking to buy some time. Big number 3, Austin Dennison, was in there in the backfield, and luckily Osborne got it away to live another day. Make it 3rd down now for Calvary Christian, down 14-0. 6:45 left here in the first quarter. This Vikings defense has been known to swarm and be very aggressive. Osborne, though, has a little bit of time trying to figure out the puzzle here in the first quarter. Getting the instructions from the sideline. Right here, knocking on the door of the 50-yard line, trying to get into Pacelli Vikings territory for the first time tonight. 3rd down now. Vikings need 10 yards. Osborne in that shotgun once again. 4 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Snap is away. Looking for a man. Connects, this time with Silas Johnson. Brings him down close to the first-yard line for a first down marker. We'll see where the officials put it. A great connection there and bunch of traffic. Silas making up for that early mistake where he dropped the pass, but here he is with the great catch and just short of the officials will say it's now 4th and short. Here they are at the 48-yard line at Pacelli, first time in Vikings territory. Do they roll the dice? Offense still in the field. Osborne gets his instructions back to the huddle. 6:11 left here in the first quarter. Calvary facing 4th and short. Will they get it? All right, folks. Once again, that formation where 4 of his receivers are to Osborne's left, 1 to his right. A big time, looks like a mismatch there with Jack Evans on the right. But here we go on 4th down. And some Knights moved a little too early. 5:45 left here in the fourth quarter. That 4th and short now turns into 4th and a little bit too long. Here comes the punt team. 5:48 left here in the fourth quarter. And unfortunately, some self-harm here puts the Knights out of that try. So here we go, 4th. And we'll call it about 7, folks. But here come the Calvary Christian special teams. Ready to punt it away. 2 receivers back for the Vikings. 5:39 left here in the first quarter. Pacelli leads 14-0. Clean snap. Punt is away. And the Vikings will let it bounce. Bounces to about the 25, almost to the 20-yard line. Jack Fry, the closest Viking to it, but leaves it alone. And we'll say just about the 22-yard line for the Pacelli Vikings. 5:18 left here, 5:22 left here in the first quarter. Pacelli now marches out their offense after stopping the Vikings, stopping your Calvary Knights on that drive. They were so close to trying that 4th and short, but unfortunately, some kids moved a little, and the Knights were forced to kick. So here at this point, Calvary may look like the underdog here with this incredible team that Pacelli's brought out, but they're starting to fight. That's what's really impressive right here. Offensive line is doing their job. Keep giving Osborne some time. Just got to iron out some of those mistakes. But here comes the explosive Pacelli Vikings offense. John Thompson in that pistol formation with a running back to his right. Snap is away. 5:22 left. Rolls out to his right. This time in and out of the hands of his receiver. Make it 5:15 left here in the first quarter. And now the Vikings will face 2nd down and 10. Just over 5 minutes left here in the first quarter, folks. Vikings do have the 14-0 lead. Unfortunately, the Calvary Christian drives can be defined by a lot of penalties, a lot of self-harm here, but they're willing to fight. The Vikings scored with an incredible Zion Mabry running in touchdown and a pick six by Uriah Matzik. That gave them the 2-touchdown lead. But here they are looking to add to it. John Thompson, pistol formation. Snap is away. Hand off to one of his running backs. Zion Mabry will not go down. Looks like everybody's meeting up with a scrum right there, still pushing. The pile moves forward. We'll make it 2nd down and 8 right there. That was just a pure testament of will. First down, Vikings after a big scrum there where a bunch of Vikings and a bunch of Knights met, but it's a first down for the Vikings with 4:49 left here in the first quarter. Reset the sticks here. John Thompson under center gets his instructions from the sideline. That is big number 10, Jason Nelson, to his left in the bright green shoes. Thompson No need for a huddle. Handoff to John Thompson. To the right. Gets him. And you know what? A big-time tackle by the Calvary Christian Knights. Incredible stop right there because this running back core for the Vikings has been known to be fast and physical, but the Calvary Christian Knights not backing down at that point. Let's call it third down. Oh, excuse me, second down and about 7 for the Vikings. 4:09 left here in the first quarter. Again, once again, Vikings, no need for a huddle. Get their instructions from the sideline. Zion Mabry lined up behind starting quarterback John Thompson. Here they are in that familiar pistol formation. We got some movement here. Thompson, handoff to the speedster this time, and he's got some room on the sidelines. That is number 22, Donovan Colvin, with a big 15 to 20-yard gain. First down, Vikings will reset the sticks with 3:38 left here in the first quarter. So many weapons on this Vikings offense that you have to be accountable for, and they can call on just about any of them. That's the big puzzle with this Vikings offense. Calvary Christian willing to try and figure out this test. They saw a big physical tackle there on Jason Nelson, but once again, Donovan Colvin uses his speed to give them the first down. Well, John Thompson in that pistol formation takes the snap at 3:17 left here, first quarter, rolls out to his right, and my goodness, it was a wide open Caps Green in the middle of the field, but unfortunately the ball hits the turf. Make it second down for those Vikings. Calvary Christian willing to run with this Vikings high-octane offense, and you know they're not going to back down, especially on senior night here at Calvary Christian. A beautiful night for some football. 3:11 left here in the first quarter. Once again, Thompson looking to his sideline, getting the instructions. What plays will they dial up at this point? So many weapons for those Vikings. Zion Mabry line up to the left of John Thompson. Mabry finds some daylight. Gonna eat up about 15 yards, puts the Vikings right down near the 30-yard line of Calvary, but Zion Mabry comes up a little gimp, gonna limp his way back. Well, hopefully it's just a cramp, but kid has been such a dangerous weapon for the Vikings. He's gonna limp back to the sideline at this point, but number 10, Jason Nelson, will take his spot at this point. Here we go once again for the Vikings. 2:42 left here in the first quarter, looking to add on to their 14-0 lead. Snap is away. What a great defensive stand there by Jace to stop Jason Nelson in the backfield. A couple yards lost there by the Vikings. Caleb Monroe, big fella, leading the charge there to stop Jason Nelson in the backfield. So second down and about 11 for the Pacelli Vikings. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Vikings looking to add on to that. Look at to that 14-0 lead. Thompson has a man to his right. That would be number 22, Donovan Coleman. Here comes the snap. Handoff, but a switch off. Back to Jason Nelson, off to the right, slicing and dicing his way through the Knights defense. Brought down at just about the 10-yard line. Again, the misdirection here, so key to the Pacelli Vikings offense, but we do have some laundry on the field. We'll figure it out with the head official. And it is a hold on Pacelli. We're going to have to bring that thing back. 1:34 left here in the first quarter, and those Vikings lead 14-0. Guess the reason why the run works so well, a little bit of a hold for the Pacelli Vikings, and the Knights won't have to worry about shortening the field a little bit. Again, so impressed by the Calvary Christian Knights, willing to fight, #fight their way through this puzzle that is the Vikings offense. So the referee will march this thing back. Down and distance being figured out right here, folks. Vikings will now line up on the Calvary 41-yard line, second down, and about 20 at this point. A long way to go for the Vikings. Thompson gets the instructions from his sideline. Jason Nelson lined up behind him. Handoff to that man Nelson, number 10, looking for some daylight. But wow, 1, 2, 3. 3 Knights bring him down with just about 2 yards gain. That is a perfect example of how Calvary is willing to step up and fight against this high-paced, high-octane offense from Pacelli. Incredible stand right there. 1 minute left here in the first quarter. 3rd and 18 now for Pacelli. What can he dial up here, Coach Dwight Jones? And here come the Vikings getting their instructions from the sideline. A big 3rd down for the Calvary Christian Knights defense. Thompson, make sure everyone is lined up. Snap is away in that pistol formation. Fake handoff. Airs it out. Big number 5 for the Vikings. Jacques Morgan had a foreshore touchdown, but let it slip through his hands. 4th down coming up for Pacelli. Give a lot of credit to this Calvary Christian defense also stepping up as well. We're under 30 seconds here in the first quarter. We didn't fast forward to the 4th quarter, folks. My bad. 14-0. Pacelli. 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. That means Pacelli is going to march out their punt team. Just out of field goal range for Jack Fry. Looks like number 2 is back there for your Calvary Christian Knights. So that is Josh Jackson. 4th and 18. Snap is away. And hold on. Made it a little exciting back there. Josh Jackson will not try to return this one. And my goodness, what a special teams display right there. Looked like number 22, Donovan Colvin, recovered the punt at just about the 2-yard line. And Calvary Christian will have to start the drive from there. On 98 yards of Calvary Christian, grass separates them from their first touchdown of the night. In the shadow of their own end zone, here come the Knights offense. Nate Osborne leading the way for the Calvary Christian offense. See if we can figure out this puzzle. And here we go, folks. 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. Calvary starting this drive from their just about 2-yard line. Down 14-0 to Pacelli. Osborne is going to line up in that shotgun formation in his own end zone. Snap is away. Fakes the handoff. Big pass here to, looks like, got to figure out the number, folks, but Calvary does pick up some yardage right here. And great reception by Nate Stokes right there. Calvary was set up at their 10-yard line. That is some much-needed breathing room for the Knights at that point. Under 10 seconds to go here at the end of the first quarter. We're going to take this one down. That might do it for the first quarter. 14-0 Pacelli to end the first frame. And your Calvary Christian Knights will have the ball when we start off the second quarter. Now, we want to give a big shout-out to the Terry Johnson Agency. Has been serving the community for over 30 years and helping people save money on all their insurance needs. Whether you need home, auto, life, or even church insurance, look no further than Terry Johnson Agency, a proud supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back right after this.
Popular full-size trucks with a legacy of strength and durability. Side by side, the new Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500s, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or big, heavy-duty Chevy and GMC 2500s, discounted up to $8,000 off. Rugged durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect truck today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC has got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Football is
at Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Calvary Christian got some much needed breathing room. They started this drive from their own 2-yard line. Now they'll be going right to left on your screen, of course, in their green helmets, black jersey, black pants. Starting the second quarter with 2nd down and 3. Osborne. It looks like we got a different formation here, folks. Josh Jackson takes the direct snap. a couple yards here, so it'll be 3rd and short. Still in the deep in their own territory. Calvary Christian looking to solve this puzzle of the Pacelli defense. So here we go, 11:55 left here in the second quarter, excuse me, folks. Nate Osborne now back under center. Osborne in that shotgun formation, ready to take the snap. And unfortunately, another false start by the Calvary Christian Knights. Another self-inflicted wound right there. Back them up 5 yards, 11:33 left here in the second quarter. Calvary Christian trails 14-0, trying to get out of their own territory. They get 3rd down, and just the 3rd down, and it was 3rd down and short, but now it is 3rd and 8 after that false start. Tough break right there. Calvary Christian back in their huddle. Osborne breaks the huddle, gets his instructions. Looking to the sideline for final instructions. 1 man in motion. Osborne in shotgun. Snap is away. Airs it out, but just off target. So that'll bring up 4th down for Calvary. They're going to have to punt this one out of their own end zone. 11:26 left here in the second quarter. Pacelli leads 14-0 and getting ready to receive this punt. Got a pair of Vikings back here. That is Cameron Carino, and looks like John Thompson ready to receive this punt. Lining up in the end zone to punt this one is Nate Stokes. Snap is away. Kick is away as well. Thompson. Carino let that thing bounce. And Silas Johnson will lead the charge to down it, and the Vikings will set up at the Pacelli 47-yard line. 11:09 left here in the second quarter. Real quick, folks, we want to give a shout out to Gordy Eye Care's. Gordy Eye Care's mission is to promote the health and well-being of the community by offering the highest quality eye care and education to people of all ages. We are committed to providing services that will exceed expectations of our patients. So big shout out to Gordy Eye Care for being a supporter of the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back, folks. Once again, if you're just joining us, 11:09 left here in the second quarter. Vikings on the move already in Calvary territory, leading 14-0. John Thompson. Oh, looks like, excuse me, folks. Jason Nelson, running back, takes that direct snap, but he has been stonewalled by this Calvary Christian defense. An incredible job by them. Again, Nelson, one of those really explosive weapons for the Pacelli Vikings. So that makes it 10:48 left here in the second quarter. Calvary, 3 drives, still nothing on the board just yet. Out of the 4th drive now, John Thompson trying to lead the Vikings for another score. Handoff to number 22, Donovan Colvin. Colvin has some daylight, 1 man to beat, but then all of a sudden makes another move, miss, down the sideline, stays in bounds, and looks like he will score. And no laundry on the field, make it 10:22 left here in the second quarter. And just like that, the explosive Donovan Colvin goes about 35 yards to put the Vikings up 20-0. Vikings, instead of lining up in their traditional point kickoff for the extra point, looks like they'll line up for 2. Thompson, quick pass to big number 5. That is Jaquez Morgan. And the Vikings now add 2 points to their lead. Excuse me, folks. 22-0 Pacelli over Calvary Christian with 10:20 left here in the second quarter. And folks, welcome back. Again, 10:20 left here in the second quarter. Big touchdown there by Donovan Colvin, and once again, that explosive running back for the Pacelli Vikings, getting the touchdown, and then it was a completion to Jaquez Morgan for the 2-point try. So that gives it 22-0 Vikings, finding a lot of momentum with this explosive offense here. Going to kick it back off to the Knights to see if they can get on the board here. Out of 4 drives for the Vikings, they've scored on 3 of them. Luke Scoggins back there. It looks like he's about to receive it. Gets it. Here he is coming up to the 20-yard line. Puts a couple moves on. Scoggins finds some daylight to his right. Has a good blocking up there. Brought down at about the Calvary 45-yard line. Luke Scoggins, an explosive returner right there. Has been pretty much the sign of life for the Calvary offense at this point. 10-11 left here in the first half. And Vikings lead 22-0. Great starting position here for Calvary. Nate Osborne leads his team out there once again in the huddle. Great return by Luke Scoggins once again to give them decent field position here at the 44. We'll say the 44-yard line. Osborne once again in that shotgun formation. This time 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. All right, here we go, folks. The snap is away. Osborne this time has to keep it himself across the line of scrimmage. Gets about 3 or 4 yards. So 2nd down and 6 for the Knights with 10:03 left here in the second quarter. Just about the 50-yard line, looking to get back into Vikings territory. 9:55 left here in the first half. Oh, excuse me, folks. Put him back right here on the 47-48 at the Calvary 47 or 48-yard line, knocking on the door of Pacelli territory. 9:38 left here in the first half. Osborne back in that shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right, 1 running back behind him. Snap is away. This time it's a handoff, but he is met at the line of scrimmage by a herd of Vikings at that point. Make it 3rd down and long once again for Calvary. Trying to figure out this puzzle once again. 9:30 left here in the first half. Pacelli holding on to that 22-0 lead. This is I believe the 5th drive for the Knights at this point. Have gotten into Vikings territory at about the 48, 49-yard line, but still have not been in the red zone. So here we go. 9:07 left here in the first half. Osborne in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Snap is away. Osborne scanning. Big time throw. Oh my goodness. And big fight for the ball. Josh Jackson goes down. And there is a flag on the play. We'll figure out what the penalty is. Easy to assume it could be pass interference. Pass interference is the call against the Vikings at that point. Make it a 1st down for Calvary. Josh Jackson definitely fighting for a shot to catch the ball on the sidelines. Big target out there for Osborne. And here we go, folks. Now firmly in Vikings territory at this point. The Knights with 3 receivers to Osborne's left, 1 to his right. 8:51 left here in the second quarter. Osborne calls for the snap. Hold. This time snap is away. Osborne looking. A lot of pressure here, and here come the Vikings with the sack. 8:46 left here in the second quarter. That's going to put the Knights in 2nd and long territory at this point. Vikings still lead 22-0. I'll tell you, folks, that bull rush by the Vikings was very effective. Osborne didn't have a lot of time there, and add kind of insult to injury at this point. Holding called on the Knights. That'll march them back even further to the Pacelli 48-yard line, so it's now 2nd down and even longer. 8:45 left here in the first half. Vikings lead 22-0. So it's a 1st down and 20 at this point. So 1st down and a whole long way to go into the Calvary Christian night. Osborne, 3 receivers to his left. Snap is away. This time, a throw to Josh Jackson, who's got some room. 10 yards there. Make it even more. Ball is away. Josh Jackson coughs it up, and there is a pile for the loose ball. We got to figure out who's got it. Vikings say they have it. Jack Fry comes up with the ball, and the officials agree. Looks like the Vikings will now take over after that fumble at their own 29-yard line. 33-yard line, excuse me, folks. So, unfortunately, it has been 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, interception, 3 and out, 3 and out, and now a fumble for the Calvary Christian offense. As you see there on the replay, a clear fumble right there. Great job by the Vikings defense to force that turnover, but now here comes the Vikings offense. John Thompson leads the charge yet again in that familiar pistol formation. Snap is away with 8:10 left here in the first quarter. He keeps it himself. Oh, excuse me, folks. That is Jason Nelson with great blocking in front of him. A first down, brought down at the 45-yard line. It is just a machine for Pacelli at this point, folks. Calvary Christian looking to fight. Great fight for them here. They've shown great fight all night long, but still trail 22-0, and now the Vikings looking to add on more. Looks like it's a timeout by Calvary Christian. We're going to take a break with them. Calvary Christian down 22-0 at this point, folks. Before we go here, got to give a quick shout out to some of our sponsors here. Definitely want to give a big shout out to Masterwall Incorporated. Looking to elevate your building projects, Masterwall Inc. is your go-to leader in cutting-edge exterior and interior coatings for both commercial and residential spaces. For all your wall needs, trust the experts at Masterwall. We'll be right back right after this. And welcome back, everybody, to Georgia Alabama Sports Live here at Calvary Christian. Pacelli taking over here with 7:38 left. Pacelli driving here with 7:38 left here in the second quarter. That is one John Thompson with big number 10 Jason Nelson to his right. Snap is away. Thompson scanning. This time throws it up. Donovan Coleman. And it is broken up by a pair of Calvary Christian Knights. Once again, the Pacelli Vikings looking for that home run ball, but great stop by Calvary. Pair of Knights there to break it up. 7:32 left here in the second quarter. Pacelli leads 22-0. Again, the Pacelli Vikings defense forced a fumble by one Josh Jackson. He looked like he had a great momentum deep into Pacelli territory, but it was punched away by the defense, and that's how the Vikings take over here. So many weapons on this Pacelli offense, but again, Calvary Christian not backing down. They do trail 22-0. Second down and 10 now for the Vikings with 7:32 left here in the second quarter. Thompson back in that pistol formation with Jason Nelson behind him. Snap is away. Hand off to Nelson. Attacks the line, but once again, stonewalled by the Knights. That's what we're talking about here. The Knights may be down by a couple of scores here, but this defense has continued to fight and doing a great job. 7:17 left here in the second quarter, down 22-0. But once again, this Calvary Christian Knights coming up with some wins in the trenches with this explosive Pacelli offense. There's a couple of changes here. John Thompson getting his instructions from the sideline. They have not huddled once here tonight. And if you follow the Pacelli Vikings, this has been their MO. No need for huddle. Keep the momentum going. Thompson going to the line, talks to his big guys in the trenches. Third down now for the Vikings, third and long. Thompson sends a man in motion. Ball is away, hand off to Donovan Coleman, looking for some daylight. He scored a big touchdown in the air, but no, sir. You shall not pass, say the Calvary Christian Knights. 6:35 left here in the second quarter, and that will force just the second time the Vikings will punt tonight. Great job by the Calvary Christian Knights to stand tall on that one after the turnover. So Jack Fry coming out. 6:15 left here in the second quarter, and the Calvary Christian Knights do trail 22-0. Josh Jackson lining up at about the own 25-yard line to field this punt. Fry making sure everybody's in place. Snap is away. Punt is good into the night sky. Jackson scanning, letting it bounce. Doesn't look like there's going to be a return here, folks. Inside their own 20-yard line. 5:46 left here in the first half, and once again, here come the Knights looking to get on the board for the first time tonight, trailing 22-0. Now, this hasn't been the most precarious position the Knights have been in. They had one drive start at their own 2-yard line. Some penalties have come in the way of any significant progress for the Knights. Turnovers and self-inflicted penalties have been kind of the story tonight, but hopefully they can figure out this puzzle because there's a lot of potential here for the Calvary Christian offense. Great weapons, just got to iron out some mistakes here and there. Osborne in that shotgun has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Vikings showing pressure. Snap is away. Osborne with time. This time decides to keep it himself. Off to the Calvary Christian sideline. Goes out for a decent gain. 5:38 left here in the second quarter. Make it second down and about 7. Second down and 6. That was just a good guesstimate, I guess you would call by your play-by-play guy. 5:23 left here in the second quarter. You don't need to go backwards here. Calvary Christian looking to get on the board for the first time tonight. Osborne calls the huddle, sends his instructions out. Second down and 5 for the Knights. Once again in that shotgun formation, this time he'll have 4 receivers to Osborne's right and 1 to his left. Under 5 minutes here in the first half. Osborne sends a man in motion. Snap is away now. Handoff. But here come a host of Vikings at that point to bring down Nate Stokes for, we'll say, a 1 or 2 yard gain. 4:35 left here in the first half. Still trailing 22-0. So third down and 6 is what the scoreboard says. Can Osborne and these Knights keep the drive alive here? 4:20 left here in the first half. Vikings lead 22-0. Huddle breaks, and here come the Knights looking for the solution. 4 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Osborne calling for the snap. Snap is away. Scrambling to his right. Gets away for some pressure. Osborne 1 or 2 yards and eventually decides to slide with 3:50 left here in the first half. It's going to be short of the first down marker. And that means here comes the special teams for the Calvary Christian Knights. Nate Stokes once again lining up to punt this one away with 3:30 left here in the first half. Cameron Carino, John Thompson looking to bring this one back. Just over 4 minutes left here in the first half. Snap is away. Punt up in the sky. Not too much distance on this one. And Carino decides to fair catch it and bring it in at the 45-yard line. That's where Pacelli will start their drive already in Calvary territory. 3:50 left here in the second quarter. 3:56 left here in the first half. And Pacelli looking to add on to that 22-0 lead. But a big shout out to the Calvary Christian defense, able to force a 3 and out for the Vikings on the last drive. But here comes the Vikings offense, once again led by John Thompson. Thompson, once again in that familiar pistol, that deep formation. Jason Nelson lined up to his right, but the Vikings will call a timeout. Dwight Jones and the coaching staff will discuss with the players the attack here. So 3:56 left here in the second quarter. Vikings do lead 22-0. Want to give a big shout out to a couple of our sponsors to make all of this happen here for us, folks. Zaxby's football is back, as you know, and what does that mean? Tailgating season in full swing now. When it comes time to feed the crowd, Zaxby's has you covered with the ultimate platters. You got to load up on those famous wings, those tenders, those crispy fries, buttery bread. Your boy's hungry now, and refreshing drinks. And all at a price that won't break the bank. Judson Humphreys and the team at the Phoenix City location are ready to serve you. Also, want to give a shout out to Pepsi. Hey there, if you're thirsty for something, because it does get a little toasty out there, but it's starting to cool down. It's time to crack open a Pepsi. Is the perfect way to quench your thirst and fuel your day. Whether you're just hanging out with friends, catching the game, or need a burst of bold flavor, you guys know that Pepsi is your go-to choice. All right, folks. Vikings are back. Vikings offense is back on the field. 3:56 left here in the first half. This time Thompson under center. Jack Fry. Oh, excuse me. This time handoff. But here come the Calvary Christian Knights. If anything, they've been absolutely outstanding stopping the run here. A big tackle, but a flag flies. 24 Darnell Hamilton with the big-time tackle. Braden Hudson, though, got slammed to the ground. Unnecessary roughness is going to be the call. Personal foul against the Knights. Big-time tackle. A little too rough there. And that'll give free real estate to the Pacelli Vikings. 3:49 left here in the first half. Vikings looking to add on to that 22-0 lead. Now they're going to be set up at the 30-yard line. The Calvary 30-yard line for the Vikings at this point. Thompson and the Vikings offense getting their instructions from the sideline. .349 left here in the first half. Once again, the Vikings were stalled on their drive right before this. It was a Zion Mabry touchdown run, Donovan Coleman touchdown run, and a Uriah Matzik pick six to give the Vikings their lead right now. .340 left here in the second quarter. John Thompson in that pistol formation takes the snap. This time, hand off to Jason Nelson. But when he goes up through the gut, he is met by a host of Calvary Christian Knights, brought down for about 4 yards right there. Credit to the Knights. Whenever they try to go up the middle right here, they have stood strong here. 3:15 left here in the second quarter. Vikings right about the 30-yard line. Couple players being subbed in here for Pacelli. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. John Thompson in that pistol formation. Snap is away. Hand off to big fellow Jason Nelson met at the line of scrimmage, but he'll carry a couple defenders with him. Make it third and short. Clock continues to run. 2:35 left here in the first half. A more deliberate pace here for the Pacelli Vikings, who have been a high-octane offense for most of this game. Thompson in that pistol formation. That is Nelson right behind him. Hand off to Nelson to the left side. Makes a few Vikings miss, has some daylight on the left side. Brought down inside the 5-yard line at this point. 2 minutes left here in the first half, and now the Vikings are knocking on the door. First down and goal for the Vikings. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Can they add on to their lead? The Calvary Christian Knights defense, which has been really good stopping the run, but they let Jason Nelson, go get us some daylight. This time, can they add on to it? 1:45 left here in the first half. Snap is away, but we have a flag on the play. We'll check the penalty. Looks like it's going to be offsides against Calvary Christian. That means an even shorter field for Pacelli to get their next touchdown. This would be their third offensive touchdown, fourth touchdown overall. $1:35 left here before halftime. Snap is away. Jason Nelson was right place, right time, and barrels his way in for another touchdown. Add 6 more for the Vikings. It's going to be 28-0 now for the Pacelli Vikings over the Knights with 1:28 left here in the first half. About a 2-yard touchdown. No one said it had to be pretty. It just had to work. Formation change here for the Pacelli Vikings. Jack Fry now comes out to just kick the extra point. Kick is away through the uprights. And it is good. Make it 29-0 Vikings. And 29-0 Pacelli at this point, getting a firm hold on this game right now. So that is the third offensive touchdown, by the Vikings tonight. Of course, they had 1 pick six by Uriah Matzik. We'll see what the Calvary response will be just before halftime. Hey, folks, we also want to give a quick shout-out to Masterwall, a partner here at Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Of course, they're an innovative leader in the manufacturing of superior exterior and interior coatings for commercial and residential building industry. For all your wall needs, contact Masterwall. Georgia-Alabama Sports Live wants to personally thank Grant Smithwick and Masterwall for being a sponsor from the very beginning. They're a huge supporter of high school athletics in the Chattahoochee Valley area. A big reason why we can do what we do here at Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. 1:28 left here in the first half. Vikings with a 29-0 lead over the Calvary Christian Knights. But folks, there's still a lot of football left. We'll see what can happen. Jack Fry back to kick it. Takes his steps. Toe meets leather. Let's get underway. Looks like Luke Scoggins, once again, he's been really effective on the return. Gets up to about the 20-yard line. Makes a couple people miss. Back to his right. Makes another man miss. But brought down at the 35-yard line. He is a shifty one, folks. Got some great angles, great acceleration as well. Calvary Christian will start once again at about their 30-yard line with 1:10 left to go. 29-yard line. Penalty on the play. We'll check the flag. It's a personal foul against the Knights, so it looks like that return will push them back a little bit more. Under a minute to go here until halftime. In their own, looks like at this point going to be at their own 20-yard line. Officials are going to mark the Knights, inside their own 20-yard line. 1:15 left here in the second quarter. First half, Pacelli up 29-0. Well, Osborne in that shotgun formation, 4 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Had a couple explosive plays, but no touchdowns just yet. Snap is away. Osborne decides to keep it himself this time, trying to get away, but 1 or 2 yards before sliding on the turf. 1:09 left here in the first half. Let's call it 2nd down and 9, folks, with just over a minute to go. Pacelli with a lot of success bringing pressure on Osborne, who's forced to bring it down and just get a couple yards here and there. 50 seconds left to go in the first half. Calvary in their own territory, deep in their own territory, 2nd down and 8. All right. Breaking the formation now. 4 receivers to Osborne's left, 1 to his right. Clock keeps ticking. 25 seconds left now. Snap is away. Osborne looking for a man. A lot of pressure. This time ball is tipped up and hits the turf. Again, that was Jack Evans looking to fight for the ball. A lot of contact going up for that ball. Some fans looking for a call there, but unfortunately the flag stayed inside the official's pocket. 15 seconds left here now. 3rd down and 8 for Calvary inside their own territory. All right, 2 receivers to Osborne's left, 2 to his right. Running back right behind him. Down 29-0. Looking for something to do. It's just a simple handoff, and 3 Vikings meet the running back at the line of scrimmage. 4th down. And looks like we're going to take this one down all the way to halftime. And that will be your score, the final play of the half. Pacelli with a 29-0 lead over the Calvary Christian Knights. Pacelli scored 14 in the first half, make it 15 in the second half. And Pacelli will go into the locker room by that score. 29-0 over Calvary Christian. And we also wanted to give another shout out to some of our sponsors to make this broadcast happen. That Alex Quinney with Allstate Good Hands, with Allstate Agency, proudly supports Georgia Alabama Sports Live. They're dedicated to providing athletes with the recognition they deserve. Of course, we'll feature the Alex Quinney Allstate Good Hands player of the game at the end of each broadcast. Committed to giving back to the community, Alex Quinney stands out as the sole Allstate agency in East Alabama devoted to meeting all of your insurance needs. Also got to give a shout out to State Farm Carol Purdue. She's been a proud sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live from the very start of this all. With over 15 years of dedicated service to the Phoenix City community, Carol Purdue and her team are your go-to experts for all your insurance needs, whether it's home, auto, business, life, or your health. Reach out to Carol Purdue Agency for personalized, trusted support. And one more time now, we got to give a shout out to Gordy Eye Care. Their mission is to promote the health and well-being of the community by offering the highest quality eye care and education to people of all ages. We are committed to providing services that will exceed your expectations of our patients. We are determined to present you the best eye care experience and visual satisfaction possible. Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to thank Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care for being a presenting sponsor. Folks, halftime now, 29-0. Pacelli all over Calvary. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo!
Mountain Dew.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons, discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons, discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job.
Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC offers popular full-size trucks with a legacy of strength and durability. Side by side, the new Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500s discounted up to $13,000 off. Or big, heavy-duty Chevy and GMC 2500s discounted up to $8,000 off. Rugged durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect truck today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls Night Out.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC offers popular full-size trucks with a legacy of strength and durability. Side by side, the new Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500s discounted up to $13,000 off. Or big heavy-duty Chevy and GMC 2500s discounted up to $8,000 off. Rugged durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect truck today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls' Night Out.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the ambassador scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the ambassador scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time! Set the tone.
CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I can say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC has got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season.
Get your girls out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls' Night Out.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the ambassador scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons, discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons, discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC offers popular full-size trucks with a legacy of strength and durability. Side by side, the new Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500s, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or big, heavy-duty Chevy and GMC 2500s, discounted up to $8,000 off. Rugged durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect truck today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season.
Those I got here. Isaiah Mabry touchdown at the 9:23 mark, then a pick six by Uriah Matzik to make it 14-0. Then we roll on to the second quarter, and Colvin with a 35-yard touchdown, and then a pass to Jaquez Morgan to add a 2-point try. Then we got a Jason Nelson touchdown with a 1:28 mark. So that quickly recaps how Pacelli got here. Calvary still looking to figure out the puzzle of the Pacelli defense. And they've had some bright spots. Nate Osborne needs a few more seconds back there, to find his man, but unfortunately hasn't been able to make the connections he's needed. A couple drop passes, but the story of the first half for Calvary, unfortunately, a pair of turnovers, one fumble, one pick six, and then some got in their way as well. Well, folks, we want to get you ready here. We are under a minute until the start of the third quarter. Before we do, though, we, of course, got to thank all of our partners who make this business happen. Once again, a Georgia-Alabama Sports Live showcase is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC, Gordy Eye Care, Master Wall, and Pepsi Buffalo Rock. I want to thank all of our business partners right there to make Georgia-Alabama Sports Live come to you through Facebook and so many other streaming services. Shout out to Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge, Toygar, who's helping me out and keeping me corralled up here. And Chris Gates always does an incredible job out here. Got a couple of quarterbacks warming up here for Calvary Christian. We'll see if there's a change made, but Nate Osborne was your starting quarterback here. We are just about to start the second half. Calvary received the ball the first to start off the game. Looks like the all-white Vikings will get their turn to kick things off in the second half. Again, the Vikings lead 29-0. It's been a tough stretch here, or a tough run here in the GIAA. Again, the Calvary Christian Knights doing so well in the gaps, always a title contender, or at least a deep playoff contender in that league. Moving up to this league, you know, it's always tough to make that transition, but one thing that has been so impressive about Calvary Christian, yes, the scoreboard is one-sided at this point, but they always have been fighting every single step of the way. They've been incredible at stopping some big runs from the stable of impressive running backs by the Pacelli Vikings. But, of course, we've got some future games here. We got this regular season wrapping up for both of these teams, and we'll talk about those future games coming up here in a few minutes.
Tonight's winner was Miss Heidi Saxon, who has 2 granddaughters in the marching band.
Once again, got to give a quick shout-out to my home station of WRBL News 3. You're looking forward to the prep zone with my guys Jack Patterson and Tyler Redmond. But at the same time, once again, we are so excited here to be part of Georgia Alabama Sports Live, a great vision to showcase high school athletes in the best way possible. And look, I know you're hungry, right? So at halftime, it would have been a good idea. It was a great time to treat yourself to the mouth-watering goodness of Zaxby's. Whether you're craving our famous chicken fingers, saucy wings, or a fresh salad. You know, they actually have some great salads out there. Zaxby's has everything you need to satisfy that appetite. Judson Humphreys and the team at the Phoenix City location are ready to serve you. I tell you what, a Wings and Things box would hit the spot right about now. And to make sure it all goes down smoothly, you need to feel the fizz, taste the excitement, and grab a Pepsi. Dive into that crisp, refreshing taste that only Pepsi can deliver. It's more than just a drink. You know what? It's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe out here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live as Pacelli up 29-0 over Calvary Christian. But, of course, we also want to give another shout-out to State Farm Carroll Purdue, who has been a proud sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live from the very beginning. With over 15 years of dedicated service to the Phoenix City community, Carroll Purdue and her team are your go-to experts for all your insurance needs, whether it's home, auto, business, life, or even health. Reach out to Carroll Purdue Agency for personalized trust and support. Again, it's tough sometimes to get people on board with a business venture, but I tell you what, the folks here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, top class. And, of course, for me, a guy who needs some glasses, a great place to go, Gordy Eye Care, dedicated to enhancing the health and well-being of our community by providing exceptional eye care and education for individuals of all ages. Our commitment is to deliver service that is not only meet but exceed our patients' expectations. Of course, they strive to offer the ultimate eye care experience to ensure your visual satisfaction. You know what? A guy who needs glasses like yours truly, who's been wearing them since elementary school. I always appreciate people who help take care of the eyes, because good old Four Eyes up here needs all the help he can get. Well, folks, excuse me, I thought Pacelli was going to get the ball here, but it looks like the Knights will get the first possession of the second half. We are seconds away from kicking off the third quarter. 29-0 Pacelli on top of Calvary. We'll see if they can change the story in the second half. Jack Fry gets the procedures started here. We are underway. Luke Scoggins lets that one sail over his head into the end zone. It is a touchback. And stand by here, folks. Looks like we have to reset things.
Calvary received the second half kickoff. Back deep for the night, number 1, Luke Scoggins, and number 15, Trey Quintard.
We'll re-kick this thing one more time. So, just to start things off here, Calvary will receive to start off the second half. Luke Scoggins and Trey Quintard back there to receive. Luke Scoggins has been an incredible returner, a pretty electric returner back here, making a couple guys miss. And the kickoff ball is back. Jack Fry getting ready to re-kick this bad boy to kick off the second half of play. It's always a good time when you hear Sandstorm blast across the arena speakers. Classic. Absolutely a classic. Back in the day when we remember when this song came out, man, it was literally everywhere. All right, folks, Jack Fry once again here to kick things off to start the second half. Here comes the toad, meet the leather. We are underway. Luke Scoggins deep to receive once again, lets that thing fly behind him. Touchback for the Calvary Knights. And with no points on the board so far, let's see if the offense can figure out the puzzle of the Pacelli defense that has been bringing the pressure and forcing turnovers all night long. A pair of turnovers forced by the Vikings at this point. One fumble and one pick six. That was by Uriah Matzik. This is one thing about the Pacelli team as a whole. So many weapons on both sides of the ball, but here come Calvary, ready to keep on fighting at this point. Osborne back under center for your Calvary Christian Knights. 4 receivers to his left, 1 to his right from their 20-yard line. Snap is away. Osborne, not a lot of time, decides to run it this time, but has a blocker in front of him. Pumps once, and will throw this one out of bounds. Vikings were closing in on him. Could have been a sack for a loss of a couple yards, but lives to fight another day. 2nd down and 10 now for the Calvary Christian Knights. Osborne has not had a lot of time back there, folks. So he's trying his best to figure out this puzzle. He's trying to get to some receivers here, but tough to do that when you have 2 or 3 Vikings breathing down your neck. Again, Pacelli up 29-0. Held on to that, built that lead with at least 14 points in each of the first 2 quarters. Osborne now has 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left, running back right behind him. Has a man in motion. It's away. Running back goes straight up the gut. That looks like Nate Stokes once again, but he's met by a wall of Vikings at that point. Helped up, but we'll call it 3rd down and 9. There's kind of been the story right now for Calvary, facing these 3rd downs and longs and trying to get to something 3rd and manageable here. It's been tough, but that's a lot of credit to Pacelli's defense. Looks like we got to figure out some timing here, folks. Dwight Jones here talking with the white hat. 11, just under 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Calvary lining up for 3rd down and long. Osborne, 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right, running back right next to him. Can they get something going here? Jack Fry back deep for the Pacelli defense. $11:50 left here in the first quarter. Looks like we just had some technology to figure out here, but we're getting things underway here. Looks like head officials explaining the situation to both Dwight Jones and Emmanuel Brunson. Again, October being Breast Cancer Awareness Night, you see #fight outlined in pink on the Calvary Christian uniforms. Really classy move right there, of course, for everyone in the fight. We're still there with you, praying for you. We're just figuring out some timing things here, folks, just ironing out the details here. All right, we are now ready to play. Osborne in the shotgun, 2 to his right, 2 to his left. Snap is away. Looking for a man downfield. Oh, we got a completion right here, folks. That's the Caleb Lewis. Oh, excuse me, Luke Scoggins. Just enough for the 1st down. Calvary on the move. Now, Luke has been one of the most explosive weapons this game. Been doing most of his work on the kickoff returns, but trying to get the ball to him a little bit more. No huddle here this time for the Knights. Once again, same formation. Osborne with the snap. Looking for a man. Has some time, but oh no, there's another fumble here. A little confusion at the handoff, and number 3, Austin Dennison, will scoop this up for the Vikings. And once again, the Vikings will take over with 11:50 left here in the 3rd quarter, deep in Calvary territory at the 25-yard line. That is the 3rd turnover by the Knights tonight, and that puts them in great position here. Knocking on the door already in the red zone here, folks. We have a little bit of a clock issue, just figuring out some technology here at Calvary Christian. We'll get things sorted underway, but who doesn't need to sort things underway right here is John Thompson and the Vikings offense. Thompson, this time a handoff to big number 10, Jason Nelson, right up the gut, but he's met by a wall of Calvary Knights at about the 5-yard gain. That has been one thing the Calvary Knights have been doing great, is containing him as much as possible. He did break for 1 touchdown in the 2nd quarter. It's been a long night for that defense, trying to do everything they can. And shout out to Calvary for staying in the fight. Again, 29-0 is the score for Pacelli over Calvary Christian. Still counting down here in the third quarter. Thompson with the snap. It's a double reverse. This time Jason Nelson has some daylight at the 5-yard line. Will push his way through to the end zone. Touchdown, Pacelli. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, folks. It looks like it was stopped at the 2-yard line. Pulled the trigger a little too quick on that one, folks. My apologies. But here we are at the 2-yard line. Did they go? Coach. Touchdown.
Is it touchdown?
Oh, excuse me, folks. Jason Nelson did score. He got in there, so another touchdown. Add 6 more points for the Vikings at this point. Sorry for the confusion up here, folks. Jack Fry. Kick is away. Kick is good. So that makes it 36-0 Pacelli at this point. That is Jason's second touchdown of the night. Here's another look at it. A double handoff caused a little bit of confusion and just enough space for Jason Nelson to barrel his way into pay dirt. And, folks, that is a runaway train if I've ever seen one at times. 36-0, 9:46 left here in the third quarter. Pacelli over Calvary. And that is Jason Nelson's second touchdown of the night. He has been just another member of that incredible running back core that they have there at Pacelli. Between himself, Donovan Colvin, and Big Zion Mabry, all three have found the end zone tonight. And it's 36-0 Pacelli at this point. 9:46 left here in the third quarter, but still some time for Calvary to make some moves here.
Number 12, Jack Hart, kickoff for the Vikings. Number 1, Luke Scoggins, and number 15, Trey Gonzalez, back to you for the night.
And here we go. Fry to kick it off once again. This time, a squib kick. And rumbles into the end zone. Could have been dangerous right there for the Vikings. Another touchback here for the for the Calvary Christian Knights. Osborne will once again march out there and try to figure out this Pacelli puzzle. All right, folks. Looks like we have a new quarterback under center here for the the Knights. Under center now, Trey Cutter. Give his turn to lead the offense. Trey, this time, goes up top and was looking for Luke Scoggins, but was blanketed by a Vikings defender. 9:41 left here in the third quarter. I think at this point you want to pull all tricks out of the bag, try and get something going here. Trey, once again, back into the huddle, gives the instructions to his offense. 9:41 left here in the third quarter. Calvary still at their 20-yard line, 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to Trey's left. Snap is away. Trey scanning. This one a little too high for his receiver. Back-to-back incompletions right there. That one meant for Silas Johnson, but sails a little too high. 3rd down and 10 now. 9:24 left here in the third quarter. Making some substitutions here for the Knights. Trey Cutter looking for his first completion of the game. 9 minutes left here in the third quarter. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Pacelli trying to showing some pressure. Jack Fry, last line of defense for the Vikings. Trey, this time, lets it fly. And oh my gosh, what a catch there by Jack Evans. still rumbling into Vikings territory. First down, Knights at the 44-yard line of Pacelli. One of the best plays of the night here for the Knights. 8:39 left here in the third quarter, and the Knights are on the move. .8:34 left here in the third quarter, and Trey has them moving into Vikings territory. So here we go. No huddle needed here. Trey wants to keep things moving. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. 8:20 left here in the third quarter. Trey this time fires it back. Finds his man. First down. Close down to the first down marker. Pushed out of bounds. Number 17 right there. Makes it second down and short. 8 minutes left here in the third quarter, folks. My apologies. Trey Cutter once again gets them back to the line in the same formation. Snap is away, looking for his man. A lot of pressure coming this way. Gets it off just before the pressure gets to him. Another completion for a first down. Looks like Jack Evans once again, his second reception of the drive, and then sandwiched between 2 or 3 defenders right here. 7:35 left here in the third quarter. First down, Knights. Jack took a big hit right there, gonna take a little bit of a breather. But back-to-back first downs here for the Knights, one of their most successful drives of the night. 7:20 left here in the third quarter. Trey has them moving. Once again, no need for a huddle here. Everyone getting back to the line. 7:12 left here in the third quarter. Getting some positions moved around here. Some communication, getting everyone lined up correctly. Trey looking to the sideline for instructions. 2 to his right, 2 to his left. Trey sends a man in motion. That's Luke Scoggins lining up to his left now. A lot of movement here, and it looks like a little too much moving. Delay a game on the Knights with 6:50 left here in the third quarter. That'll push them back a few yards. First down and 15 for Trey Cutter, who has the Knights moving in the third quarter. And here we go. 6:40 left here in the third. Pair of Knights to his right, pair of Knights to his left. Trey looking to the sideline for the final instruction. Snap is away. Trey, with a little bit of time, has a man hit him right in his face, but ball is away. And is it brought in by? And it is an interception by Pacelli. Cameron Carino there to crash the party, and now, after all that momentum, swinging the other way now for the Vikings with 6:23 left here in the third quarter. Silver lining to that one, that was the most successful drive for the Knights. Trey Cutter, a man who just kind of let it fly. But unfortunately, comes up a little bit short. Well, 6:23 left here in the third quarter. That is the 4th turnover forced by the Vikings tonight. A fumble and 3 interceptions tonight. 6:15 left here in the third quarter. Thompson takes the snap, handoff. And my goodness, folks, that's a lot of room for Jason Nelson to work with. They started on their own 20, and now they ended up on the Pacelli 40. He is a runaway train, as we mentioned. 5:49 left here in the third quarter, and we're going to keep this offense moving. High-octane offense for the Vikings, and they keep no huddling right here. Just get instructions from their sideline. Really impressive machine that they have running here for the Vikings. Thompson once again lines up in that pistol formation. Snap. Nope. It was Jason Nelson joining Thompson in the backfield, this time number 22. Donovan Colvin. 5:25 left here in the third quarter. Fake the handoff this time. Big number 5. That is Jaquez Morgan who brings it down on the slant. First down, Vikings once again. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Vikings. Just over 5 minutes left here in the third. John Thompson looking to the sideline, getting his instructions. This time, line up his men in the right formation. John Thompson getting his men lined up correctly. Jaquez Morgan, who got that first down, lining up a little bit wider. 4:40 left here in the third quarter. Snap is away. Fake the handoff. Jaquez Morgan once again on the sideline. Toe taps, but his foot was out of bounds, so that is an incomplete pass. 4:28 left here in the third quarter. Jaquez was able to bring it in, but unfortunately his foot was out of bounds, so no catch. 4:27 left here in the third quarter. John Thompson and this Pacelli Vikings offense still rolling. Up 36-0 at this point. Once again, getting those instructions from the sideline. Two wide, one receiver out wide right, one receiver out left. Colvin right behind John Thompson. This time lines up directly to his right. Thompson with the snap, fakes the handoff. This one will let it fly, but and what a beautiful touchdown right there. And that'll be number 8, Jason Davis with a reception. 4:18 left here in the third quarter. But call it a 20-yard touchdown. Excuse me, J.D. Davis right there brings in the extra touchdown, make it 42-0 Pacelli. Jack Fry, once again, snap is good, kick is good. Through the uprights to make it 43-0 Pacelli with 4:18 left here in the third quarter. We've seen the Pacelli Vikings do it on the ground and now through the air. So 43-0 with 4:18 left here in the third quarter. One-sided affair here at Calvary. All right, folks, here we are, 4:18 left here in the third quarter. Pacelli with a big lead, 43-0 over the Knights right here. Again, that big pass from Thompson to J.D. Davis gave the Vikings that 43-0 lead. Jack Fry lining up for a kickoff once again. Steps up. Ball is away into the night sky. This one flies over Luke Scoggins' head. Did it go out through the end zone? Well, there's the laundry, folks. Didn't make it all the way to the end zone. So kicking violation right there. And that'll give the Knights a little bit more real estate to work with. So we saw Trey Cutter come in for Nate Osborne under center. And once again, number 8 out there to lead the Calvary attack once again. Got to give credit to Trey. Had a little bit more success here with the navigation of the Pacelli defense, who has been lights out all night long. But here comes Trey. 2 receivers to his left. 3 to his left, 1 to his right. See if we can get things moving here. Man in motion. Trey. It's a handoff to Nate Stokes, who barrels forward for a couple of yards. Second down now. We'll call it 7. 4:05 left here in the third quarter. Big lead for Pacelli, 43-0. Trey Cutter had a little bit of success with airing it out in the last drive, but ultimately ended up in a Cameron Carino interception. Can we get a little more success here? 3:50 left here in the third quarter. Trey Cutter lining up in that shotgun. Has Nate Stokes behind him in the familiar spot of the running back. 3 receivers to his right. Second down and 7. Vikings showing a little bit of pressure. getting more instructions from the sideline. Snap is away. And another handoff to Stokes. My man is not afraid of any kind of contact. Is met with about, after a 2 or 3 yard gain, 3:20 left here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 4. Vikings knocking on the door of Pacelli territory. Cutter coming in from the sideline with his instructions. All right, here we go. 2:50 left here in the third quarter. 3 receivers to Cutter's right. Stokes back there joining him in the backfield. Snap is away. Handoff to Stokes, 3rd time in a row. Can he get the first down? He does. Him and Fry meet just beyond the sticks, but it is a first down for Calvary. When they say it's a contact sport, it's more of a collision sport here at football. 2:24 left here in the third quarter. First down, Calvary. There are running backs who are shifty. There are running backs who are fast, and there are running backs who look for contact. Nate Stokes is a man who's not afraid to run behind his pads. 2:05 left here in the third quarter. At the 49-yard line, Trey Cutter once again leading the offense, came in here in the third quarter. Now he'll have 4 receivers to his right. Snap is away. Screen pass to Stokes, but it is whistled dead. We have a false start on Calvary. Kind of a long night of self-inflicted wounds here for the Knights. But the silver lining once again, Trey Cutter into the quarterback position has injected a little bit of life here. Want to give a shout out to Nate Osborne. It was a tough night for him. A lot of pressure brought on him by the Vikings. 1:40 left here in the third quarter. Again, Pacelli with a big lead, 43-0. Trey breaks the huddle. 4 receivers to his right this time. He had a lot of success connecting with Jack Evans on that last drive. The big fella out here wide with trips right next to him. Cutter has some time. This time just behind his receiver, and it hits the turf. I believe that's Luke Scoggins he was trying to connect with. Or, excuse me, folks, that was Silas Johnson. Just threw it just behind him, and Silas couldn't bring it in. So 2nd down and 15 with just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Trey had some success just airing it out to Jack Evans again in that last drive. Coming in from the sideline with his instructions. Pacelli's defense, though, got to give them a lot of credit. No points given up so far through 3 quarters just about. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Trey Cutter as receivers move around. 3 to his right. Stokes joining him in the backfield in that shotgun formation. Snap away. Rolling out. Looking for a man. Throws it up, and it is almost picked off. Would have been his 2nd interception of the night, and you know that Skylar Sanchez was the man who almost had the pick, and a lot of green grass in front of him. Still, pass is deflected. 3rd down and 15. And folks, that'll wrap it up for the third quarter. $14 points more for the Vikings in that one, and they lead 43-0 heading into the final frame. And folks, just before we leave here for the final break here, we got to give another shout out. You know what? Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for an exceptional car or trucking buying experience. You got to head to Glenn Smith Chevy and GMC in Opelika, Alabama, with over 300 new and pre-owned vehicles. Total, many are still covered by that factory warranty. You're sure to find a perfect ride, so you got to start your journey today at glennsmith.com. Whether you're from Georgia or Alabama, discover why they say at Glenn Smith, they say, get ready to smile. Folks, 43-0 Pacelli over Calvary. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown!
Woo. Mountain Dew.
My name
Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story.
Hey, folks, welcome back to Georgia Alabama Sports Live here in the fourth quarter. And look, Trey Cutter throwing it up, and Tyson Copeland was draped all over him. So 43-0 Pacelli over Calvary Christian at this point at the fourth quarter. Luke Scoggins was the initial target, but Tyson Copeland all over him to deny him the pass. So that means Calvary will line up once again in that punt formation. All right. Well, folks, punt. Calvary ready to punt this one away. Bad snap for the Knights on that. And at this point, you just got to kick it, try to do something, but, you know, got to give it to Stokes, who tried to punt that one away, and the Vikings all over that one. So now that means Pacelli with a short field here. 11:30 left in the fourth quarter. The fumble on the punt snap. Unfortunately, another tough night gets tougher for the Calvary Christian Knights. 11:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Big lead for the Vikings. Now, basically on the 12-yard line here for the Vikings. A short field here as they lead 43-0. They have scored double-digit points in every quarter so far. Here come the Vikings marching out. John Thompson still out there leading the charge for the Vikings. In that pistol formation. Snap is away. Handoff to Colvin. Gets to the corner. And we have some laundry on the field to figure things out, folks. We will figure it out who it is. Holding on the Vikings. It was a touchdown, but it looks like it'll be called back. 10:32 left here in the fourth quarter. Vikings have found pay dirt, but it's coming back due to a holding call. So they'll march him back a little bit further back. We'll say they're at the 20, just beyond the 20-yard line, right at about the 18. Oh, excuse me. They are marching him back to the 22. Clock will roll here. 10:30 left here in the game. Pacelli leads 43-0. Could they add a little bit more? Thompson gets the call from the sideline. Donovan Colvin, the running back, with him. One receiver out to his right, one receiver out to his left. Thompson in that pistol formation, getting ready to call, has a man in motion. Throws this one up. Could it be another touchdown? Indeed. Another touchdown for J.D. Davis, his second of the half. Make it 49-0 Pacelli. $9:58 left here in the fourth quarter. It has been all Pacelli all night long. J.D. Davis catching in his second big touchdown of the night. I believe that is 3 passing touchdowns for John Thompson. Jack Fry coming in to kick the extra point. And, folks, it has been quite the display by the Vikings. Kick is away and good. Oh, no good. Excuse me, folks. First miss for Fry tonight. 49-0 with under 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game here. Couple scores from around the region right here at Connect Stadium. The Carver Tigers all over the Shaw Raiders, 40-7. All right, folks, welcome back here to Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Another second touchdown by J.D. Davis right there makes it 49-0 Pacelli over Calvary. Of course, wanted to give a quick shout out to one of our business partners at Pepsi. You got to feel the fizz, taste the excitement. You got to grab a Pepsi and dive into that crisp, refreshing taste that only Pepsi can deliver. It's more than just a drink, y'all. It's a vibe. Great vibes out here for high school football here. 8:25 left here in the fourth quarter. A big Pacelli lead, 49-0 over Calvary. Fry, kick is away into the Georgia sky. This one brought in. Is that by Scoggins one more time? Tried to make something happen. Scoggins has been one of their best weapons on the kickoff. With 8 minutes left, though, 49-0 Pacelli over Calvary. Trey Cutter will try and, for the third time, lead his Knights out under center. His first couple drives, one was left in an interception, another one. They were forced to punt. It's kind of been the story for the Knights throughout the night. I mean, it is a tough Pacelli defense, so credit to the Knights for keeping the fight. 7:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Trey getting his instructions from the sideline. Has two receivers to his left, two to his right. And looks like they'll call a timeout for Calvary. Now, of course, folks, we also want to thank Alex Quinney, All-State Good Hands Player of the Game is coming up. But first, Alex Quinney All-State Agency proudly supports Georgia Alabama Sports Live, dedicated to providing athletes with the recognition they deserve, and will feature the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game at the end of each broadcast, committed to giving back to the community. Alex Quinney stands out as the sole All-State agency in East Alabama, devoted to meeting all your insurance needs with excellence. There's a lot to pick from. We'll pick one player here, but we'll be right back after this short break. All right, folks, here we are, 7:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Trey Cutter leading the Knights out here as they trail 49-0. Two receivers to his left, a man in motion now. Trey fakes the handoff, rolls out, but he is sacked in the backfield. Big hit right there. Big, a few yards lost right there. Big number 52, Jack Danley, as junior, brings him down in the backfield with under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Pressure all night has been unrelenting by Pacelli, but Calvary still fighting. 6:45 left here in the game. Trey Cutter coming back in from the sideline to give his instructions to his teammates. Lining up at their just outside the 10-yard line. 6:30 left. Trey back in that shotgun formation, two to his left, two to his right. This time, a handoff. But Nate Stokes definitely met at the line and really going nowhere at that point. Third down and even longer now, just over 6 minutes left to go in the game. So third down and a country mile to go here for the Knights with just under 6 minutes left to go here in the game. Trailing 49-0, trying to get something positive going here, basically in the shadow of their own end zone. Shadow of their own goalpost, excuse me. All right, Trey with three receivers to his left, one to his right. Handoff once again to Stokes, who's got some daylight. Got one man to beat here. Fry can beat him, and he's brought down just past the 50-yard line. And my goodness, we got a Calvary player really shooken up on that play. Hey, credit to Hayden Hutchinson, eating up all kinds of real estate, and the Knights are now set up at the Pacelli 44-yard line. So first down, Pacelli, under 5 minutes to go here. I was kind of confused on that play too. Hayden Hutchinson with about we'll give him 40 yards right there, but shooken up on the play. Credit to him for the big game. 4:45 left here in the fourth quarter. Trey Cutter now with the offense with a brand new set of downs. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Jack Stokes meeting him in the backfield. Snap is away. Handoff to Stokes. The big physical running back has past the line of scrimmage, has about 6 yards right there, and we are rolling. 2nd down and 4. 4:30 left here to go in the game. Hayden Hutchinson, his big gain has breathed new life into this Calvary offense. Can Trey Cutter and the Knights finally punch it in? But here we go, 4:14 left here in the fourth quarter. Huddling up here, giving the instructions to his fellow teammates. It has been bend but don't break for the Pacelli Vikings all game long, forcing several turnovers, 1 fumble and about 3 interceptions here. 1 went for pick 6, but Trey has trips to his right. 1 receiver to his left. Stokes joining him in the backfield, man in motion. Handoff to Stokes once again. He's met by at least 3 Vikings for a short gain. We'll call it 2 yards. 3:45 left here in the game. But Pacelli holding on to that 49-0 lead, and we have several flags flying in the air now. We'll figure it out here with the officials. When that many flags come out after a play is dead, got to figure it's some kind of, let's say, spirited talk that the officials weren't fans of. And after getting all that real estate, the Calvary Christian Knights will give it back, marching them all the way back into their own territory. About 15-yard penalty right here. And now the Knights will line up on their own 46-yard line. 3:35 left here in the game. Pacelli still holding on to that 49-0 lead. Trey Cutter yelling out those instructions. 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right. No running back there for an extra blocker. Man in motion now. Quick handoff right here to Silas Johnson, who gets about 3 or 4 yards, but we'll say it's well short of that first down marker. 4th down and 20. 3 minutes left here in the game. And unfortunately, big game by Hayden Hutchinson, another big game by Jack Stokes, negated by some flags after the play. 2:40 left here in the game. And looks like that Trey Cutter is going back out there. Well, with 2:30 left in the game here, trailing 49-0 at this point. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and 17 according to the scoreboard. Trey, 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. No running back there to help him out, so we'll see what happens here. Let's roll the dice, shall we? Number 15 goes in motion. Trey has some time, and it's complete to number 15, but he's met by 3 or 4 Vikings at that point. Turnover on downs, and that'll be a Vikings possession right there with 2 minutes left here in the game. 1:45 left here in the game between Calvary and Pacelli. It has been a dominant performance by the Vikings, who will go on to win. Looks like, unless as this result holds up. All right, 1:15 left here in the game. John Thompson leads the offense once again. This time, it's another handoff. And Colvin's got plenty of room at the 40, 35, 30, pushed out at about the 33-yard line.
With my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals.
The Vikings will keep this machine rolling. .40 seconds left here in the game now. Thompson getting his instructions from the sideline. Once again, lining up in that familiar pistol formation they've done all game long. Jason Nelson, already a pair of touchdowns on the night, is away. Gets the call once again, heading to his own sideline. Gets to the corner, first down and more. Got some daylight, shrugs one man off, and another touchdown. That'll complete the hat trick for Jason Nelson tonight. Another touchdown for the Vikings to put a bow on this one. 55-0 is the score right now. 10 seconds left in the game, and a runaway train that is Jason Nelson has put his stamp on this one. That is not one, not two, but 3 touchdowns in this game to complete the hat trick. Tough sledding right here for the Calvary Christian Knights. Fought all night long. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be your final score. 55-0 Pacelli over the Calvary Christian Knights. A valiant effort here by the Knights here on their home field, but it is the Vikings coming away with the win. They get their first road win of the game. Your final score, once again, 55-0 for the Vikings. Your player of the game, it's got to go to the running back, Jason Nelson. That is your All-State player of the game, big number 10. 3 touchdowns tonight, and an incredible performance as well. Folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We really appreciate you joining us tonight. A great experience for all of us here. And we want to thank all of our sponsors yet again, whether you're joining us from here in the Chattahoochee Valley or beyond. The Alex Quinney All-State Player of the Game, once again, is Jason Nelson. 3 touchdowns on the night for the big running back, and Pacelli wins this one 55-0. That is their first road win in the game. Coming up next, the big rivalry against Brookstone on the 11th, the battle for the Pacelli Jug for the Vikings. Meanwhile, the Calvary Christian Knights head to Westfield School in Perry for their next matchup. I'm Rex Castillo from Calvary Christian School as the Vikings once again get that win 55-0. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday night. Have a great weekend, everybody.
And the ambassador scholarship was interesting to me because you did an event to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Glenn Smith